Hello and welcome back to Japan from Osaka, the third largest city in the country. We just arrived from taking the train using our JR passes, and it's about half an hour to go from Kyoto to Osaka. I'm going to head out tonight and explore some of the streets and the neon lights and billboards, as well as grabbing some dinner before exploring some more tomorrow. But first, let me give you a room tour of where I am. So we're staying in a twin room here at the Royal Park iconic OSAKA-MIDOSUJI. Desk and table. Our room is on the 22nd floor. Here are the views of the tall buildings and city around. The toilet and bathroom separate here. Japanese style, heated. Little buttons on the side of the wall there. This is the shower and bath. Views of the city from the side. And then also you have the sink there. So that room tour was done earlier when I first arrived. That's why it's obviously dark now. So the link is in the video description. If you are interested, be sure to click on it and check out the hotel if you are in Osaka. Let's head out now and start exploring the streets. There is a bit of a view, of course, from the window as I showed. And at night time now, it is a bit more impressive. So we have just jumped on the metro and made our way to Namba Station, which is very close to an area called Dotonbori, full of lights and neon signs, as I said, and really the heart and life of Osaka's nightlife and all the evening buzz. So we're just walking through the station now, and it's just so busy and crowded, and there's so many exits that it's pretty overwhelming. It's already giving me reminders of Tokyo. It is essentially a less touristy, smaller version of Tokyo, of course with its own character, which I'm gonna find out, but my first impressions would certainly be it feels way more like Tokyo and less like Kyoto. Okay, so here we are, coming straight out of Namba Station. We have one of the best views of Osaka right here, overlooking the canal, which is nearly 400 years old. Today it's full of pedestrian walkways, and all these signs dominate this particular area. As I cross here from one bridge to another, passing the canal, I can see for the first time the famous GLICO Running Man, which goes all the way back to 1935. When you arrive in Tokyo, you might think that things are a bit in your face in Shibuya or somewhere, and that there's lots of buildings and lights. Yet I think this might trump anywhere I've seen in Tokyo in terms of the number of people and the number of billboards and just things all around you, just like vending machines and constant signs for restaurants and money exchanges, or maybe even a clothes shop. So this part of Osaka, from what I've read and heard, it is actually more than I expected. It is essentially party town. People are a lot more open here, coming up to me and just talking, and it seems freer. The conservatism of other parts of Japan has just disappeared, and it is just like full-on pleasure and stimulation everywhere you look. So Aiden and I just had some Wagyu beef for the first time in our lives, and in Japan, of course. This is the only place in the world that you can get it, unless I guess you pay a lot of money to have it imported and find it in a special restaurant. And it is the best beef in the world, apparently. And how'd you find it?
Yeah, really good. Considering how much we paid for it, it was really good, let alone if we went to somewhere that was 10,000 yen.
Between us, it was 8,100, 200?
Yeah.
Something like that, where you can actually pay 10,000 or more for just...
It was really good value.
Per person. So, and we had it with some mushrooms and some other vegetables, some yam, and yeah, good value. They didn't let me film inside the restaurant. I wanted to show it as part of the video, but anyway.
Hi.
It is now the next day, and I'm here by Osaka Castle after leaving Dotonbori, and this is one of the main sites in the city. It was said to have been an impregnable castle until it was actually invaded in the 17th century. It was built in the 16th century by a general who tried to unify Japan, and it took over 100,000 laborers to build. Standing from this point, you can see how wide the moat is, and arguably you can understand why they said this place was so hard to capture. Looking at a map of the castle, you can see the size of the area, the moat surrounding it, and then actually another one in the center as well before the main tower. In front of the main gate, huge stones, originals from 1620, measuring up to 50 meters squared, used to build the castle walls. As you make your way, you will pass over another moat and see the castle from the outside for the first time. Head in there and you will want to spend a bit of time in the museum, which is very impressive. In particular, it chronicles an epic moment in Japanese history. It was in 1583 when construction of the castle started under Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and it wowed many with its gold leaf exterior. In 1614, the Tokugawa clan attacks the castle, This started the winter siege of Osaka, and although the Toyotomi forces were outnumbered about 2-1, they managed to fight off the Tokugawa's 200,000-man army and protect the castle's outer walls. However, during the summer of 1615, the Tokugawa clan once again sent their armies to Osaka, and this time they stormed the castle and it fell to them, with most of the Toyotomi clan perishing. You can learn a lot from just wandering around there as you make your way up to the top, and eventually you'll get views of some of the city once you've finished in the museum. Another place I visited in Osaka, which probably I didn't expect to go to, was the Osaka Aquarium. And I'm not usually one for aquariums or zoos, but I'd heard good things about this place, and so I decided to give it a shot. Japan rarely disappoints in this sort of thing, and as you can expect, it didn't. It's immaculate, the conditions are great. In there you'll see penguins, dolphins, sea lions, all sorts, different types of fish, and a special mention to the enormous and pretty terrifying looking unique Japanese spider crab, which can reach up to 12 feet high. Another mention to the Royal Park Hotel, iconic OSAKA-MIDOSUJI, for having me. I didn't mention earlier, but their breakfast was really good, huge buffet, and if you're looking for somewhere to stay in the city, then I can certainly vouch for them. The link is in the video description. Overall, Osaka is a cool city and definitely worth seeing. As it's so close to Kyoto, if you're all kind of templed out and want to dip back into modern, quote-unquote, Japan, then perhaps you want to taste some of Osaka's nightlife or its food on your way to somewhere like Hiroshima like us, then this might be the ideal place to stop for you. And so, as I just said, the next video is from Hiroshima. It's the last Japan video, and it will be more of a reflective piece because I didn't do as much vlogging there, but I feel like it needs its own video and I didn't want to just attach talking about it to the end of this one. So the last Japan video from Hiroshima coming up next, and that will wrap up the series. See you then.